Thank you for joining us. Israel has long been on the cutting edge of research and development in advanced technologies. It is said it's the brainstorming and culture, its innovative brilliance, along with a lot of experience from military intelligence and other special units, all collaborating with natural entrepreneurs. It's all in the ability to solve and foresee future problems, addressing the questions that will determine so much of the world's future. Many world-famous high-tech companies have research and development centers and manufacturing right there in Israel. And our guest today is Maxine Fassberg, the Chief Executive Officer of Intel Israel, the country's biggest private sector employer and Israel's biggest exporter, in fact. She'll share her thoughts on this and other subjects following these messages.
You know you need CoQ10 and fish oil for your heart. You also know you need a multivitamin to maintain your health. But what you don't know is that an award-winning CoQ10, fish oil, and multivitamin are all made by Life Extension. Why settle for less than the power of science, the power of life, the power of Life Extension?
At Gardens Wellness Center, we provide a full menu of holistic services under one roof. Services to heal the body through chiropractic care, acupuncture, and colon hydrotherapy, and services to heal the mind through hypnotherapy, neurolinguistic programming, and life coaching. We practice functional and Chinese medicine and offer a full herbal pharmacy. Visit us today and take charge of your health.
Find magic again. Sprout by HP. With Intel RealSense technology inside, now you can bend the rules of creativity outside.
It's the most sophisticated manufacturing process in the world, and it's probably the most automated manufacturing process in the world. And so that in itself is challenging. We're always on the cutting edge. Our wafers are 12 inches in diameter, and we move 25 of them at a time in a box. And it just weighs too much for one person to do repetitive moves, so we had to automate it. When we talk about the vehicles, it's part of our AMHS system, our Automated Material Handling System. It's the transportation vehicle that picks up the product and delivers it to the process tool. It takes it from the process tool and delivers it to the next process tool. If the tool's not ready, it puts it in a storage unit. We keep track of the priority of what needs to move where first. We know where all the product is in the factory at any given time. In the old days, if our automation went down, it probably wasn't as important. The factory still ran. But today, if major parts of our automation system goes down, the factory stops. I think what excites me about what Intel does is the computing capabilities that we make possible that make people's lives better and more enriching.
With us now is Maxine Fassberg, Vice President of Intel Israel. Such a pleasure and honor to be with you.
Thank you. Honored to be here.
Tell us of the challenges facing technology in Israel at this time.
Israel is a country of many, many startups a lot of innovation, and a huge amount of creativity that goes very well with what technology is looking for. So I think there are much more opportunities than there are challenges for technology in Israel. If you just look at the number of multinationals who have invested in Israel in the high-tech domain, you can find all the big names there. And the difference between most of them and Intel is Intel's 40-year relationship with Israel. Our first design center was opened in 1974. And the huge investments that Intel Corporation has made in the manufacturing plants across the country.
Intel hires employees from a broad spectrum of the population of Israel. I heard your lecture earlier where you were discussing this. Share with our audience what you were speaking of.
Well, Intel believes that we want to hire the best people that are available. And if you take your pick from 50% of the population, you're going to go down deeper into the less talented population than if you were hiring from 100% of the population. So as far as gender diversity goes, Intel is very interested in hiring from the entire population. The same is true for the unique populations that we have in Israel. The Arab minorities, the Druze, the Haredi population, and it doesn't matter now if you're talking about men or women in these populations. Each of them brings something different. Now, if you're trying to solve problems, you better have a multivariant team, or you're going to get very focused, myopic kind of thinking. And so Intel in Israel, and Intel throughout the world, by the way, has been very consistent in looking for the best talent available. Now, you have to go seek it. It doesn't always appear on your doorstep.
Now, it is interesting that Israel is a world leader in education and technology, and of course Intel is, I guess, number one. Share with our audience some of the achievements relating Israel with Intel.
In terms of our products or in terms of education?
Both.
Okay. So I think that in terms of education, the first reason that Intel came to Israel was the level of engineering that was coming out of the Technion back in the 70s. And our initial founder, Dov Fruman, who had worked with Intel's founders, convinced them that they would find a highly educated, creative, innovative population. And back in 1974, they opened the first design center in Haifa with 4 employees. Today we have 10,000 Intel direct employees, and we actually probably support around 40,000 families. So from the understanding that Israel has something unique to offer in terms of its level of education, coupled with some of the characteristics of risk-taking and fast decision-making, and the ability to solve problems without all your T's crossed and your I's dotted, which is a very Israeli characteristic, was very attractive to Intel Corporation. When you look at what Intel Israel has delivered for Intel, you can see everything from some of the leading products that are developed in Israel all the way to very advanced technology manufacturing, which occurs in our factory in Kiryat Gat.
You're here in the United States on behalf of American Friends of Hebrew University. Tell us a little bit of your activities with regard to promoting higher education in Israel.
So my role with the Hebrew University, other than I'm an alumni of the university and actually chair the Israeli branch of the alumni, but I'm on the management committee of the Hebrew University. I was asked to join by Professor Menachem Ben-Sasson a couple of years ago. And the idea was to bring in industry's perception of what the higher education should look like, and also to talk about some of the things we did in terms of efficiency and budget management. So I've had a wide range of roles with the university in the last couple of years. And actually, I think one of the primary contributions that Intel has brought, other than direct funding of very large projects, we invested $15 million in cognitive computing and real machinery. But I think that the primary is the dialogue that goes on between the researchers in the university and giving a very practical application for what industry needs. That dialogue is very important so that we get away from the conventional ivory tower and we actually, even if the research is going to take 5 to 10 years ahead, the industry needs the universities to be thinking of solving complex problems of the future.
How very interesting all of this is. And speaking of technology, I heard you mention some new products that Intel is producing that will change the face of the things we will see coming out in the future. Share this with us.
I think the Intel is going through a huge transformation. And if you kind of follow what's going on in this world overall, like in the Consumer Electronics Show, you'll see that we've moved from products to experiences. So we're trying to understand much better what it is that the future is going to look like in terms of energy, health, how your life, your home entertainment systems look, how you manage your own personal welfare. And Intel's future is looking to provide these kind of solutions more than a given specific product. But what can we do with our products? How can we make the world a better place with our products?
What a wonderful vision that is. If only every individual in the world shared that thought. This has been most fascinating and really very interesting. I want to thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
I'll be right back.
At Gardens Wellness Center, we provide a full menu of holistic services under one roof. Services to heal the body through chiropractic care, acupuncture, and colon hydrotherapy, and services to heal the mind through hypnotherapy, neurolinguistic programming, and life coaching. We practice functional and Chinese medicine and offer a full herbal pharmacy. Visit us today and take charge of your health.
I read Life Extension magazine to keep abreast of medical discoveries that can literally save my life. Life Extension's track record, dating back to 1980, shows they are decades ahead of conventional medicine in identifying proven methods to prevent and treat the diseases of aging. Reading Life Extension magazine will empower you to take control over your health and longevity. And as a special favor to me, the Life Extension Foundation will give a free 1-year subscription to anyone today. Just call the number on this screen to obtain your free Life Extension subscription. There's no cost, no obligation, just the opportunity to discover solid options to live longer and better. Call the number on the screen today to start receiving Life Extension magazine each month.
Take charge of your health. Get your free subscription to Life Extension magazine now by calling toll-free 1-800-509-9117 or visit www.lef.org.
Oh, it was beautiful, magical. And then they showed me a world where I could be so dependable. Oh, intellectual, cynical.
Find magic again. Sprout by HP. With Intel RealSense technology inside, now you can bend the rules of creativity outside.
We now continue with our special program.
2015 marks the 100th anniversary of Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity, which continues to transform our world. Einstein's groundbreaking theory paved the way for new ideas and innovations that change our lives. Einstein had another remarkable idea that continues to help humanity and generate knowledge: the Hebrew University of Jerusalem. Einstein worked to help establish a university that is a research powerhouse and a global leader in science, medicine, agriculture, and the humanities. Just look at some of its many discoveries: new medicine to treat Alzheimer's, pioneering cancer research, drip irrigation and eco-friendly agriculture, breakthroughs in brain science, leading developments in revolutionary nanotechnology, and life-saving navigation systems for motor vehicles. Einstein spoke prophetic words about founding the Hebrew University of Jerusalem.
This institution of research and scholarship represents a spiritual bond encompassing the Jews in all countries.
We celebrate the theory of relativity and the genius of Albert Einstein, whose concern for humanity lives on in the work of Hebrew University's scientists and scholars. The Hebrew University of Jerusalem, research engine for the world and the engine of growth for a nation.
Hi, my name is Merav Oren. I'm the founder of WMN. WMN is a co-work space and ecosystem for women entrepreneurs. And our vision is to be really a game changer for everything that has to do with women, high-tech entrepreneurs around the globe. WMN is, I think, a very unique place because all the startups that are working here have at least one woman as a co-founder or in a leading role, which means CEO or CTO. We're not a women-only place, but we want to really change the numbers, which means that we want to have more women-led ventures.
Hi, my name is Sarah Clavin. I'm working on a company called Nativer. It's a mobile application that's a visual recommendation engine that helps you find places that fit your style. I was really looking for a place where I could be supported and also support other entrepreneurs, and I found this to be an amazing place where there's tons of people that are always willing to help you and always willing to connect you to the right people or introduce you to some sort of enabler function like lawyers or anyone that you could ever need. People are really connected here and they're willing to help. I think I was surprised about the personal relationships that I developed with people. You know, working on a startup can be a lonely business until you find your partners, and that can take time, and there's a lot of doubts. So I think personally, I found a lot of support here.
We have delegations come here from all over the world, which I was really surprised because it's a very unique place. There's nothing like this, not in Israel, but not also in the world, because if there are already a few co-work spaces for women in the world, they are women-only places. A place like this, there isn't any.
Ecosia is a small charity passionate about nurturing creativity. Their projects engage children and women in exciting alternative education programs. From start to finish, they write, act in, direct, and produce their own films. In 2012, Ecosia was supported by the J.A. Clark Charitable Trust to deliver a film and media training program to a group of Arab and Jewish women in Faradis, northern Israel. The group was made of 9 powerful women, Catholic Christians, Jews, and Muslims, all represented. The women were a collaboration between Women Reborn, a project that concentrates on social empowerment of Arab women, and Shin, the Israeli movement for equal representation of women. Ecosia believes that by teaching the women film and media, it can enable them to tell the wider world about their positive social work. The first few days were spent working as a group, making friends and introducing some basic filmmaking concepts. Translation from English to Hebrew and Arabic and vice versa was facilitated by the women themselves, and soon the lessons got underway. Building on confidence skills and critical analysis, soon the women were asked to pitch their idea to the rest of the group.
film here is to achieve equality between men and women. The thing is, we're going to interview people, mostly girls and women, teenagers and women.
The citizens of Israel include a wide range of ethnicities, nationalities, and religions. The ability to live side by side and create a harmonious and productive life together is one of the significant challenges facing Israel. In the Galilee, one of the most beautiful places in Israel, Jews, Arabs, Christians, Druze, and Circassians live together. With your help, KKL-JNF runs many projects in the area to improve the quality of life for all residents. KKL-JNF's work in supporting coexistence and cultural diversity includes educational activities, community forests, urban parks in mixed cities, and projects for specific sectors. Akko is one of the 3 large cities in the Western Galilee and has a mixed population of 50,000 Jews, Muslims, Christians, Druze, and Baha'is. KKL-JNF is developing many projects in and around Akko. Among them is the Mediterranean Botanical Garden. The garden will display flora of the Mediterranean basin and will offer a wealth of attractions and activities for the whole family. KKL-JNF is a partner in the Kfar Yarok Green Village initiative at Julis, in which the village residents and the local council work together to transform Julis into a sustainable green village.
We're making a big effort. These young people, that they will be our future. Kakal is big help because of their knowledge and skills.
We always wanted to keep our environment clean and green, but we didn't know exactly how. So until we met Kakal, which really helped us understanding the meaning of clean environment. Kakal helped us through the whole activities of recycling in our school and is continuing on its supporting.
The KKL-JNF Coexistence Trail in the Galilee connects the Jewish town of Dalton to the Arab village of Jish.
אתם יכולים לראות פה את ההליכה של תושבים מגוש חלב, מכרם בן זמרה, מדלתון, צועדים ביחד.
The trail creates a bridge between the two communities for joint sports, nature, leisure, and recreational activities. Domus Galilee, located at the summit of the Mount of Beatitudes, is a Catholic center for study and retreat. Adjacent to the site, KKL-JNF, in cooperation with the Israel Government Tourist Corporation, is developing a unique tourist complex that will include a park with olive trees, scenic lookouts to the Kinneret, walking trails, and a central gathering place. KKL-JNF, building the future with your support.
At Gardens Wellness Center, we provide a full menu of holistic services under one roof. Services to heal the body through chiropractic care, acupuncture, and colon hydrotherapy, and services to heal the mind through hypnotherapy, neurolinguistic programming, and life coaching. We practice functional and Chinese medicine and offer a full herbal pharmacy. Visit us today and take charge of your health.
You know you need CoQ10 and fish oil for your heart. You also know you need a multivitamin to maintain your health. But what you don't know is that an award-winning CoQ10, fish oil, and multivitamin are all made by Life Extension. Why settle for less than the power of science, the power of life, the power of Life Extension?
The following individuals are not actors. They're actual patients at Gardens Wellness Center. They're not being compensated for their time. They've chosen to share their stories with you, to guide you and mentor you along your healing journey.
Hello, my name is Dave. I am a face of ALS. I'm here at the Gardens Wellness Center. There's a couple reasons why we're here. Number one, we're seeking holistic treatment and acupuncture treatments to prepare me for stem cell therapy coming up on the 20th of February. They're into heavy research on the cutting edge technology of stem cell. So we have high hopes and we're expecting tremendous results with the work of our practitioner, Sarah, here at Gardens Wellness Center.
I'm Esther, and I was introduced to the Gardens Wellness Center. I was rear-ended in a car accident, and the hospital exams and my MRIs showed severe neck injury. By visiting Gardens Wellness Center on a consistent basis and working with the therapist, they really relieved my pain.
Gardens Wellness Center took away my shoulder pain.
For the last couple of months, have not been able to get out of bed, walk, wash myself, or cook meals at all. I needed lots and lots of help. So I came to the Gardens Wellness Center and I saw Dr. Rice. Within 5 visits, the cane is out the door. I no longer need that cane. Thank you.
I'm Vicki. I'm a patient at Gardens Wellness. Barbara Martin was my therapist. She made me feel so comfortable. She's very knowledgeable about what she's doing in the colonics.
My name is Thomas. I'm a patient here at Gardens Wellness Center in Palm Beach Gardens, and I just finished a acupuncture treatment to relieve some stress that I was having, and I want to tell you, it was wonderful.
I received colonics, and it allowed me to eliminate medication and allow my body to function normally on its own.
My experience with Gardens Wellness Center has definitely been life-changing.
My name is Joe Dolan. I'm a golf professional in the Jupiter area. I've worked with Bill Rice for 12 years. I love Gardens Wellness.
I love Gardens Wellness Center.
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 It was just a real pleasant experience.
I love Gardens Wellness Center.
For more information or a free consultation, call us at 561-422-4330 or find us online at gardenswellness.com.
When I was young, it seemed that life was so wonderful, a miracle. Oh, it was beautiful, magical. And then they showed me a world where I could be so dependable. Oh,
Find magic again. Sprout by HP. With Intel RealSense technology inside, now you can bend the rules of creativity outside.
This concludes our special program for today on High Tech in Israel. I'm Richard Peretz. Thank you for being with us.